Good evening, friends. Study with Apala Engineering and Journal Geology Parvin Singh book. So, in chapter 7, Fault Zone. In many cases, the fault is a clear-cut discontinuity dividing the original rock mass into two well-defined blocks that get displaced along it during the process of faulting. In many other cases, however, it may be a small region with a definite thickness and distinct composition, having numerous closely placed parallel fractures within itself, along which there has been clear displacement. It is customary to classify the whole tabular fault in infested rock zone as a fault zone in figure. So regions AFZs mark a fault zone. So this figure FFFFZ shear zone. The term simply is like fault zones or tabular zones of some thickness that may be extending to any depth and breadth, and it's characterized with intensive displacement in it forms zones on either side of which major faulting has taken place. Obviously, in such cases, faulting has taken place along this zone rather than along any single discrete creates a fault planes. The displacement in shear zone are therefore generally ductile in nature compared to brittle fracturing in simple fault or fault zones. So competent INC means incompetent, and SZ indicates shear zone and displacement of a competent layer. Slip separation. So faulting involves as is clear from definitions relative displacement of two blocks of the same rock which were formerly contiguous to each other. So there are two general terms used to express the natures and magnitudes of such a displacement: slip and separation. The slip is defined as a relative displacement of any 2 points that were formerly contiguous to each other as measured along the fault plane. It may be expressed in millimeters, meters, or even kilometer. The slip is further distinguished on the basis of direction of displacement with to the fault as a dip slip, strike slip, or oblique slip. So in the dip slip, so the displacement has essentially taken place along the dip of the fault. Similarly, in strike slip, the displacement has occurred alongside the direction of the strikes of the fault. In many cases, the displacement takes place obliques to both these directions when it is called oblique slip. The term net slip is used when it is possible to determine the actual movement that has taken place between the 2 points formerly is contiguous to each other and has a special significance in oblique slip fault. So in figure here indicate the terms separation. The term separation is less commonly used and express the distance between two parts of the faulted beds or layers of rocks which were formerly in contact with each other as measured in any given direction. Thus, the separation is especially the terms as a offset which express the normal horizontal displacement measured perpendicular to the faulted zones and in a horizontal planes through which is a vertical component of the dip separations measured in a direction perpendicular to the strikes of the fault in a vertical planes. So O and P1. So heaves, it is the horizontal component of a dip separation measured in a direction perpendicular to the strikes of the fault in a vertical plane. So stratigraphic throw, it signifies the actual separation between two beds with a known stratigraphical position in a sequence of rocks that are now brought into contact by faulting. So for example, in figures, so bed number 1, number 2, number 3 and 2 normally lying one above and others have been brought into contact as a result of faulting. The separation caused in this sequence due to faulting is given by thickness T, which is called stratigraphic throw. Thank you.